This is Joe Wayne with the Anti-COINTELPRO Pro Show and InstinctForSurvival.com. Now, I wake this morning to a crazy story. U.S. directs public schools to allow transgender access to bathrooms. Wow, isn't that nice? And I had to shake my head and read it again. U.S. directs public schools to allow transgender access to bathrooms. Really? Really? Well, I tried to get upset about this. And, I have a teenage daughter. I should really be upset. But unlike a lot of people, I don't emotionally react the way that the Obama administration and the leftists want me to emotionally react to a situation. No, I use my brain for what God intended it for. Trying to use rules and regulations and executive orders is because he does not have the rule of law behind him. That's right. I made a video a few days ago talking about this bathroom issue and bringing up the 10th Amendment. And this is the reason there are no bathroom laws. There will never be any federal bathroom rules and regulations. I'm sorry, Barry Big Ears Obama, but everyone is not married to a tranny like you are. Everyone was not raised by a Filipino ladyboy like you were. So the majority of us, hell, 99.99999 of us in the States, the United States of America, and on this blue-green world of ours, we disagree with you. Because guess what? Less than 0.1% of the U.S. and world population self-identify as transgender, are the biological sex that they were not born with. So we're not like you. We're just the opposite of you, Big Ears Barry Obama. We're the complete diametrically opposed opposite of you. That's what you have to deal with. Less than 0.1% of the U.S. population identifies as transgender. So what Big Ears Obama is doing is he's trying to confuse and piss off and force the world to emotionally react to something we don't have to. No, what's going to happen, Big Ears, is all 50 states, not just 28 now, but all 50 states will sue you, just like we sued you in the state of Texas on your amnesty dictates that were unconstitutional, illegal, just like the aliens that you want to force on America and the world. Well, just like America, you're losing, Obama, and all of your cohorts in the globalist movement are losing all over the world. Your leftist globalist dictates have done the opposite of the intended effect. They have blown up in your face. You have the entire world now electing far-right parties, okay? And these parties are going to completely swing back so far in the other direction than what they were forced to swing in whenever these leftist globalists were in control. Well, now that the far right is in control, the pendulum is going to swing back so far, it's going to take off the head of these leftist, globalist, corporate, fascist, puppet politicians. Okay? It just is. And their small little minority of transgender social justice warriors, well, they're going to the dustbin of history. Their movement is dead. Why do you think that? It's not Hillary, folks. It's not Hillary with Black Lives Matter supporting her, right? And going to the Trump rallies and showing themselves for what they are. You know, just spoiled, rotten, little brainless automatons. That's what they are. That's what they have shown themselves to be.
It's 4:00.
And that's why Donald Trump has millions of crossover votes. Okay? Millions of Democrats that crossed over to vote in the Republican primary to make sure that Obama and Clinton and all of their leftist little cronies are defeated, right? We're going to make sure that Paul Ryan is defeated because he is one of your leftist cronies. We're going to make sure that all of the leftists are defeated. Hillary Clinton, unlike Donald Trump, does not have Republicans, going over and changing their party affiliation to vote for her. No, it's the opposite. They're not going over and changing their party affiliation to vote for Bernie. No, it's just the opposite. Bernie supporters have already said, over 20% of them have already said, we will never vote for Hillary. We will go and vote for Trump en masse. That's right. They're going to vote for Trump. They're going to get all of the crossovers that Trump has already been getting in the Republican primary. He will continue to get in the general election. And all that Barry Big Ears Obama has done, folks, with this dictate, right? Because he can't make a law to the effect, okay, letting boys use the restroom with girls because it's illegal. It's sexual harassment, right? It just is. It just is. And no amount of you trying to change and warp reality to your warped ass view of the world will change that, Obama. It will not change the fact that less than 0.1% identify as transgender. It will not change the fact that you are a minority of a minority class. It will not change the fact that you will never have the color of law, especially now. And I want to thank Barry Big Ears Obama, because if it were not for the last 8 years of these puppet politicians trying to force us into globalism and all things freaky and sick and disgusting, all things leftist, well, had it not been for Big Ears doing what he knew he couldn't do and getting beat back by the Supreme Court, if it had not been for the lunatic leftist rhino Republicans that gave him all of the funds that he needed to do all of the dastardly deeds that he did illegally. Okay? Well, all of those politicians that, bent over, greased up, and took it up the ass for Obama, you're all gone. No amount of you thinking that you are Svengali. You're not Rasputin. You don't have the world under your spell. No. What you had for so many years that you have destroyed now is the weapon of political correctness. Now, that weapon has been overused to the point, just like your weapons of shutting down a discussion that you are using. You know, these word weapons like racist, anti-Semite, troll. Yeah, these words are not working anymore. Words have been shown to be exactly what they are, meaningless words. Okay? It's not the words that have power, folks. It is the action behind those words. And if you do not put action to those words and support those words with action, then they become meaningless. So do not fret. Don't worry. Barry Big Ears Obama has once again played right into the Donald's handbook, right? He gave Donald another issue to, just like the illegal immigration issue, just about the violent leftist anarchist issue that Obama and Black Lives Matter and the social justice warriors paid by George Soros. Yeah, just like the push that their actions gave Donald J. Trump to winning the Republican primary, well, their actions will push him into winning by a landslide the general election. That's right. What has Donald J. Trump been talking about since before he started running for president? Local control of our schools. Okay? We have school boards for a reason. We have school boards so that we, the parent, that are paying via our taxes for those schools and the salaries of these teachers that are warping the minds of our children. Currently, we have school boards, and we make the decisions. If we have an issue that needs to be addressed, we have a way to address that issue with people that can be kicked out of office, can be fired, right? Well, if we give up our control of our school boards, well, who controls them? That's right, the federal government does. Obama does. Well, this is what Donald J. Trump has been fighting about and been giving voice to since before he was running for president of the United States of America. And this is yet another issue that Obama has handed Donald J. Trump on a silver platter. Now, all Donald J. Trump has to do is be smart enough to agree with the people, right? To agree with the majority, the 99.999% of the people in the United States of America that are against transgender bathrooms, okay? That are pro personal privacy, that don't want to have to worry about our daughters being sexually assaulted in the bathrooms that, you know, let's face it, are their biological bathrooms. I mean, I'm a 50-year-old man, and you're telling me that I could put on a dress and shave and really act like a woman and then be allowed to go in a public bathroom with young girls? Not going to happen. Not going to happen, not going to happen, not going to happen. And what is going to happen is that all 50 states are going to stand up and say, no, we're going to defy this ban. And mark my words, folks, by Monday or Wednesday of next week, by the latest, Obama will rescind this ginormous wedge issue that he just handed to Donald J. Trump. I mean, this is the wedge issues of all wedge issues. Because unlike the gay marriage issue, all of us parents have the responsibility of protecting our children from you sick, mentally handicapped, transgendered freaks. Okay? It is our responsibility to protect our daughters' personal privacy against pedophiles like President Bill Clinton. Yeah, but that's a video for another day, and it will be made, trust me. At any rate, thanks, Obama. Thanks for handing the election to Donald J. Trump. Thanks for waking the world and pushing the world over the edge of leftist extremism. Now we're going back the other way. Now we're taking our world back. We're taking our traditions back. Hell, we're taking back our mental facilities. We're taking back the right to personal privacy. We're taking it back. We're taking it all back. And had it not been for you, Barry Big Ears Obama, being such a lawless, freaky ass piece of shit, well, then we wouldn't know, really, we wouldn't know liberty. And we wouldn't know, how important the everyday fight for liberty is. So keep up the fight. Don't fret about freaky ass Obama's delusional dictates. They are a sign of complete desperation of the leftist, socialist, communist, globalist, fascist, right? Corporate fascist. They are a sign of complete desperation. The only reason they are acting so completely irrational and insane is because they ran out of time. And now it's our time. This is Joe Wayne with the Anti-COINTELPRO Show and InstinctForSurvival.com. Good day. But unlike a lot of people, I don't emotionally react the way that the Obama administration and the leftists want me to emotionally react to a situation. No, I use my brain for what God intended it for. This is Joe Wayne with the Anti-COINTELPRO Show and InstinctForSurvival.com. Now, I wake this morning to a crazy story. U.S. directs public schools to allow transgender access. To bathrooms. Wow, isn't that nice? And I had to shake my head and read it again. U.S. directs public schools to allow transgender access to bathrooms. Really? Really? Well, I tried to get upset about this. And, I have a teenage daughter. I should really, really be upset. Trying to use rules and regulations and executive orders is because he does not have the rule of law.